Happy Monday. It's the Jam Nation podcast with Jonesy and Amanda.
Have you been following the story of the book, then the movie, and now the juicy story of The Blind Side?
Sandra Bullock.
Sandra Bullock won a Best Actress Oscar for her role in The Blind Side, about a family who take in an African-American football player,
From the wrong side of the tracks.
a young novice who needs help. The story was very inspiring, but how much of that story is true? The man at the centre of the story himself is saying, hang on, I was ripped off. We'll talk to Emma Gillespie about all of that.
In a way, it's like how we took this young kid off the streets, little urchin. Well, actually, he came from a middle-class family, and I'm not too sure what he does around here. But Jen Y. Rye, yes, I'm talking about you. But strangely enough, we had the weirdest integration today.
Mutant Ninja Turtles in giant costumes, big, clumpy, hard plastic costumes.
They were in costumes?
They came in here bearing pizza. They couldn't speak, and they just kept knocking into us.
Yeah.
I don't think they had good spatial awareness of themselves in the suits.
It's just your weekend, really.
It's a fever dream, that's for sure.
The pub test, the AFL not changing the result of the Swans and Crows game, that was outrageous.
And you brought us the beautiful story of fertiliser made from human poo. Would
So-
you eat food cooked in it?
You can
not
grow-
cooked in it, grown in it. That's our next TikTok tucker.
Oh, great. Enjoy the podcast.
Everybody online.
Right now, by the miracle of recording, we had so many requests for them to do it again.
Mistress Amanda
Miss Keller. Amanda.
doesn't work alone.
Wow, this is fantastic.
Her friend is in a back room making the tools of the trade.
I've heard them describe him as a drunken idiot.
Sorry, I've been drinking beer.
The legendary pirate Jonesy and Amanda the actress.
Hello, Wiggles. Congratulations, Mandy. We're on the radio right now.
Jonesy and Amanda, you're doing a great job.
You have no empathy for anyone but yourself, you giant tool.
Now's the time to hear good radio.
Sorry, a bit of a tongue twist there.
Jonesy and Amanda are here.
It's showtime, a-holes. We're on the air.
Top of the morning to you, Mrs. Muntz.
How are you? And congratulations to Spain.
Yes, Española.
Española. We're going to talk about that throughout the show, about the World Cup and the wash-up and how we feel and how everyone feels and what's going on and who was there and who wasn't there, etc.
I've moved on.
Have you?
Yeah, good on you, girls.
Look, Matildas.
What's next?
The Matildas did an incredible thing for women's sport, for sport in general, and just for Australian hearts. It gave us something to live for in tough times.
And the ratings are extraordinary.
The interest level, the excitement it gave us, it's been a wonderful ride.
But even watching it last night, I don't even look at it as women playing sport. I just look at
The
it.
quality of the game is so good. Mm-hmm. I was looking on Twitter to see what people were saying, and some old curmudgeon saying, "Oh, it's not. It is like a B grade boys game." And you go, they were English people who were losing. So
What's wrong with
what's
people?
wrong? I thought the standard was extraordinary.
Yeah, good on you. Hold your
we'll
heads
talk
high.
about that a bit further in the show.
What'd you do on the weekend? What happened for you? I left you on Friday.
We had a fat cat lunch together.
in Darlinghurst. I said, see ya.
Yes,
As I wandered off into the night.
We dropped it off. We had a big fat cat lunch with very nice clients, Sinclair Ford.
Yeah, Sinclair Automotive.
Please.
Yeah.
So that was very nice. And then you and I and Nettie, who works here, went to see a friend of mine.
Okay, you're going to bricks of detail here,
Well,
aren't
that's
you?
what I did. I
Well,
said we went to
just
see
run a
my friend in
forensic
Darlinghurst.
examination.
I'm sorry to be answering your
And
question.
then we all went and got tattoos.
Well, that didn't happen.
That was your suggestion. Well,
I never said that.
Have you checked your tramp stamp?
I never got a tattoo.
Yeah.
I thought it was just a tickle with a pen. A pen tickle.
I like hanging out with you in after work hours.
Do
it's
you,
always
Brendan?
good. Yeah, it's always good.
There's always a moment where it could turn into a BR.
There, when we started talking about hosting aspirations for the TV show Tipping Point, it was starting to get a bit ugly.
BR is our term for a blistering row that
but
can
then
occasionally occur.
I backed off a bit. because I knew.
I backed off because I saw it meant more to you than me.
Well, it's my life.
I know.
My life
Tipping
is
point.
It's just tipping point.
Where little discs go over an edge.
That's what I want to do.
But actually, apparently what they're doing, there's an English host coming out to do it.
What?
Yeah, they're not
Coming
even
out
going
here taking my job.
You almost had that job just by saying the words out loud.
Taking my
I
job.
was Miss Australia because I said it out loud.
The Channel 9 people, they invited me to the upfronts. And I said, the only way I will go to your upfronts is when it's me hosting Tipping Point.
So you're never
And that's
going
it.
again?
No, I'm not going. That's it. I've made my stance publicly.
Till I'm in the shows, I'm not
Till
going.
I'm hosting Tipping Point. That's it.
Sit at home with your arms crossed.
I'm not doing that. That can't be. That can't be.
Yeah, well, that is. There's an English person. Why don't we go over and host their shows?
Yeah, okay.
Okay, let's do it. Yeah, let's do
I'm
it.
going to go over and host the goodies. Whatever shows.
Some news for you. But they've made other
buses.
shows since then.
I'm going to host that show. We should be on the buses. You could be Olive.
Oh, great.
Coming up on the show today, action-packed show today. Emma Gillespie's going to come past. We're going to talk about the whole Blindside business. Have you been following that?
The movie The Blind Side, about a family that took on a young troubled boy and he became an NFL star. They made this. Sandra Bullock won an Oscar for it. There's some contention as to what the real story was behind
Now there's
that.
repercussions, it would seem.
Yeah, and then a bit of pushback, so we'll see where we are.
Instagram makes its return, and we can't do anything till we do the Magnificent Seven.
Question 1.
Yeah.
What colour is the N in the Netflix logo?
Podcast.
We have for you the Magnificent Seven. There are 7 questions. Can you go all the way and answer all 7 questions correctly? If you do that, Amanda will say...
Go the Matildas. When are we next playing?
But it's about getting question 7 right. SJ's in Ropes Crossing.
Hi, SJ.
Hi, how are you?
Very well. What colour is the N in the Netflix logo?
Red.
It's red.
SJ, which cartoon dog has the initials SD on his collar? SJ to SD.
Scooby-Doo.
Scooby-Doo. Let's play the not-so-secret sound. Duh. Do you know what this sound is, SJ?
Sounds like door shutters.
No, it's not door shutters.
Yeah, James of Windsor might know this.
Hi, James. Let's hear it again. Any idea?
It's a bit hard to hear, but it sounds like someone maybe dropping some rocks or something on a table.
Dropping rocks?
No, it's an action that you would have done.
Yeah.
In which era? 90s?
Yeah, or
2000s?
80s. You do it in the 80s up until 2000.
You do it in your home. Have a listen.
What about when you did it and then it would come back out again and you go, oh, man.
And you have to push it again.
And it'd pop out and you go, come on, what's the matter?
What is that sound?
I'm not going to give any information away.
Aren't you, Brendan?
Jam Nation.
The Magnificent Seven. We are at question 3.
It's a not-so-secret sound. Duh. Hi, Darren in Engadine. How are you?
Yeah, good. How are you? It's Darian. Amanda.
Darian, I'm so sorry. My eyes aren't very good on a Monday morning.
That's okay.
Let's play.
Come back on Tuesday.
And then they're great. I'll eat some carrots. Now, not-so-secret sound. What do you think this is?
A recorder?
Say that again.
A video cassette?
It is.
is.
The old days where you'd put the video cassette in.
So frustrating. You put it in and it'd go in and then it'd come out again.
Yeah,
and you're all keyed up to watch Electric Blue number 12.
And instead
you got this.
Well, while I'm new to Beyond 2000 and everyone is being so polite to me, I thought I'd take the best trip going.
That's better than Electric Blue.
Oh, I used to love her on Electric Blue.
Question number 4. This is multiple choice for you, Darian. French President Emmanuel Macron and his wife Brigitte Macron have an age gap of what? Is it A, 14 years, B, 24 years, C, 34 years?
I'll try A.
No. It's more than 14 years.
Grant's in Macquarie Fields.
Hi, Grant.
How you going?
Very well. Emmanuel Macron and his wife. Is their age gap 24 years or 34 years?
I'll go 24.
Yeah, Emmanuel Macron is 24 years
How did
younger
they
than
meet
his
again?
wife. She was a lecturer in his literature classes and in charge of the theatre classes he attended.
She was his teacher.
Yeah, they've been together a long time.
Yeah,
though.
anywhere else in the world that would be just outrageous,
I
but
know.
because he's French, everyone just goes, oui.
And it's a nice change having the woman being older. Not that she was a marauding teacher. That's
not at all.
Justified anywhere.
Which character in How I Met Your Mother is known for the tagline, legendary, wait for it?
No.
Yeah, no, I can't.
You stuffed up. Legend, wait for it,
Actually,
Airy.
we got it there if we play it.
Ted, my boy, it's gonna be legend. Wait for it. Dairy. Legendary.
Which character says that?
Patrick something.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
But that's his real name.
Don't give up, Grant.
I've given up because I don't know this either.
No, and I didn't really like the show.
I don't think I ever watched it.
Reese is in Emu Heights.
Can you help us, Reese?
I think I can.
Yeah.
Is it Barney Stinson?
It's Barney Stinson.
From How I Met Your Mother.
Question 6. If a restaurant has a BYOB policy, what does that mean?
Bring your own booze.
Yeah, that's it.
Where did the Matildas place in the World Cup, Reese?
Where'd we come?
Where did we come? But we did well.
Third.
No.
Optimistic. Kieran's in Fairfield.
Hi, Kieran.
Hi.
Where did we come in the World Cup?
Fourth.
We came fourth and multiplied.
We did well. That's the best we've ever done.
It's the best we've ever done.
So
although we had all the juices in our veins to push, we're very grateful that we did better than we've ever done before.
It's a good place. It's a good place to be. Congratulations, you've won the Jam Pack. It's all coming your way. A double pass to the Hoodoo Gurus and a night at the Barracks, returning to Manly in spring. $200 to spend at Bay Vista Dessert Bar. World-famous desserts at Bay Vista, Parramatta and Brighton the Sands. And Jonesy and Amanda caricatures for you to colour in and some standard pencils. Kieran, I say, is there anything you would like to add?
No, that's absolutely awesome. Thank you so much.
Great, Kieran.
Well done.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation.
Podcast.
Brace yourself. Come on, baby. Bring it home.
What the hell are we doing? Put your goddamn butt.
All right, let's get started.
Thumbing through the Jalmanac, our big book of musical facts. On this day in 1988, U2 released their Angel of Harlem song. The inspiration for the song came after U2's first trip to New York City in 1987. They were picked up in a limousine and heard Billie Holiday on the radio. This is Billie Holiday. And Bono said in an interview with Rolling Stone magazine, "We crossed the Trabara Bridge and saw the Manhattan skyline. The limo driver was black. He had the radio tuned to WBLS, a black music station. Billie Holiday was singing, and there it was, City of Blinding Lights and Neon Hearts. And the limo driver turned around and said, 'That's the Angel of Harlem right there.' And boom."
Was he referring to Billie Holiday?
Billie Holiday was known as the Angel of Harlem.
Oh.
One wonders if that limo driver was flicking through the dial for other stuff. That's our Angel of Harlem right there. But no.
What song are we going to play, Brendan?
Well, I would. You know what? I would give my left one to play some Nicky Webster. But let's go with these Irish minstrels. This is a great song.
Jam Nation.
Well, at one point we were hoping that the Matildas would win the World Cup, but as you said earlier, Brendan, this is the furthest we've ever got in a World Cup, men or women's team. It's just been brilliant. What a ride they've given us, how they've made us feel. It's just been spectacular.
It's a big deal.
So, congratulations to Spain, who I know listen to this show avidly, Española.
Yeah. Un momento, por favor.
What else have we got? Paella, churros, etc. There's something.
Churros is Mexican, isn't it?
Well, Miguel makes them.
Isn't he Mexican?
Brendan.
That's a joke.
Interesting times, though, for the English, because there they were in the final. They haven't been... no English team has won the World Cup final since 1966. So it was a very big deal for this team to be in this World Cup final.
There was a bit of conjecture about Prince William not being.
Absolutely. Prince William wasn't here. He did send his best via a video filmed on a phone.
Lioness, just want to send you a huge good luck for tomorrow. We're sorry we can't be there in person, but we're so proud of everything you've achieved and the millions you've inspired here and around the world. So go out there tomorrow and really enjoy yourselves.
Good luck, Lionesses.
That's little Princess Charlotte.
What was William doing?
Who knows? I think he's on his summer holidays.
Right.
They're saying that
summer holiday?
either the Prime Minister, Rishi Sunak, or Prince William should have been there. And lots of conjecture about this.
Well, I've heard from my sources that because he's a head of state or something like that, he has to be invited by the government.
Our government?
Our government.
No.
Albo would have had to have said, mate, we would like you to come here. He can't just say, I'm going to come out here.
If Prince William had wanted to come to the final, that would have happened. That's how that would have worked. Lots of people saying, and, you know, even Piers Morgan, for example, saying, why wasn't he there? With respect, Your Royal Highness, you should have got on a plane. The Queen of Spain attended the final with her 16-year-old daughter. They got on a plane. They came there for the final, and he didn't do that. The Men's World Cup held in Qatar, was that last year? In October last year. he didn't. He hadn't gone to it because it was slightly controversial. It was in Qatar and he had a busy winter schedule. But once they got to it looked like they were going to progress. They got to the quarterfinals. He was making plans that if they were in the final, he was going to go to Qatar.
Actually,
so why couldn't he have come to
Speaking
Australia?
of the Saudis, how did the women's side in the Saudis go in the World Cup?
Don't know. Are you pulling a face because you think they
Because
wouldn't?
they don't have one, because
Don't-
they're not allowed to play soccer, I would imagine.
Well, why would you say you would imagine? Can you Google, Ryan, please?
I'm
Do the
pretty
Saudis
sure
have a
that
team?
the Saudis don't have a women's side.
Maybe they do. Who knows? We'll Google it and get back to you.
There'll be some conditions there.
So, big controversy that William wasn't there for the English team. They felt miffed that he would have done that if it was the men's team. But it's been an extraordinary tournament. The Australian team, the Matildas, were fueled by one particular song. Mm-hmm. This song they used to play before they'd go into the change rooms, before they'd come out. And for some reason, it's not some big grunty song.
No.
It was Nikki Webster's Strawberry Kisses. And yesterday there was a big event in Brisbane. The Matildas were all there, dark glasses on. They'd probably had a big night the night before. And Nikki herself was there performing. The team are dancing awkwardly. As rev-up songs go, it's an unusual choice.
It is odd. I'm going to use it as my rev-up song.
When do you use a rev-up song? When
All
you
the time.
Yeah?
Every day.
I often wonder when I see people at the gym, what are they listening to?
This.
Podcasts? Do they listen to
You see
Strawberry
all those
Kisses?
guys, you know, those big bikey looking guys, you have a lip, bro. They're listening to this.
Are they?
Yeah.
And Ryan, can you tell me if the Saudis have a women's soccer team?
From the little research I've done,
Yes.
it seems they played their first match in 2022.
So yes, they do, Brendan. There's a lot of work to do in Saudi, but you can't just assume.
So they played their first match in 2022.
Yeah, according to Wikipedia.
Yeah.
Meaning that they founded a team in 2022. What's your face
How'd
saying?
they go?
It was against Seychelles or something.
The Seychelles.
And
It's
it
the
was a
Seychelles.
2-0 win.
They won?
Against the Seychelles.
Yeah.
Yep.
I love this show. So much information.
So much information. Thank you, Jem Y. Rice. He's helped out.
Thank you.
That's all the work that you needed to do today.
Well, we love the Matildas. You've given us a hell of a ride.
And we love Nikki Webster. How good is she?
Jonesy and Amanda. Jam Nation.
Podcast.
We're just talking about the World Cup and how Prince William wasn't there. He's issued an apology for his decision to forego the Women's World Cup amid a heavy backlash. And apparently an emergency meeting has been called by his father, King Charles.
Oh, imagine that meeting. That'd be good.
Prince William is the president of the Football Association.
Because you would say he is the president, El Presidente.
He's the Prez.
What reasons would he have for not being here?
Being on summer holiday. You know, that looks like they work very hard because when we see them out and about, you think, gee, that's hard work.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a chunk of time in their summer where they don't do very much. So he was on holidays. I don't know what his excuse was.
Yeah.
He has issued an apology. I think there's a backlash against the fact he didn't
Because
attend.
this is my theory. Like the last thing he wants is a 24-hour flight to go and see some colonials play soccer, women no less.
Well, you know what?
It.
Then if he thinks this is a long flight, how dare he be our head of state?
Exactly.
Let's all think about that.
Time to change, man.
Sure
we should have a
is.
referendum. It's 7 to
One
7.
at a time, Brendan.
We should have a referendum.
That's it. Let me
'Cause they
just
go
say
well.
this. If you have a referendum and it's a no, it never comes back.
never
Don't say,
comes
hey,
back.
we'll amend the wording and we'll do a bit of this and do a bit of this. It never comes back.
Jam Nation.
WSFM, hello there, it's Jonesy and Amanda. You know, Jem Y. Rye is flailing his hands about like one of those giant inflatable things that advertise there. What's the matter, mate?
Yeah, so you know how every morning you guys come in here and eat my food?
Well, a couple of grainwaves here and there.
You eat my food. So I've moved some mountains. I've made a few calls. I've got some special guests actually coming into the studio. Please welcome the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Let's go. So we've got
They can't
Leonardo.
even fit through the door.
We've got, wow, they are wearing these enormous costumes.
What?
This is next level. But they're not costumes. This is the actual turtles. So we've got Leonardo, Raphael, Donatello, Michelangelo.
What happened to Donatello?
Hi.
And they've got pizza.
He's coming. They got some pizza. Thanks, bro.
High five.
Yeah.
High five. Wow.
Nice and hot.
I'm not
That's
a
the-
high five guy. I'm sorry.
That's the full
Totally
costume.
rad.
I like to
dude.
fist.
That's
well,
what they
guys,
I hope these guys come out of their shell.
and why are the boys here?
So, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Mutant Mayhem, in cinemas September 7th.
And they got pizza.
Is there a new movie?
I only watch Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Mutant Mayhem. Ask for it by name.
Did you arrange this, Ryan?
Yeah.
Wow, so we're in radio and they can't speak, but they
But they
big
look cool.
turtles with big shells,
Yeah.
big dreams.
You guys can just hang around for the rest of the show, I guess.
No, they can't.
Why?
No, because they got stuff to
Well,
do.
they-
They dressed up. They dressed up and
Have you
everything.
got pizza for everyone?
No, it's mine.
Okay, you're going to eat 8 pizzas.
Thanks.
eh?
Which one, Leonardo? Which one are you over there? I can't see your bill. Raphael.
yeah.
Raphael. Well, thank you for
Well,
that.
thanks,
Back
guys.
to the sewer.
Back to the sewers. Say hi to Splinter for us.
Go and flush
Alrighty.
yourself down.
Well, give him a hug, Jonesy. Don't just send him out. There you go.
Oh, wow.
Okay, can we zoom in the cameras on that one? Thanks, mate.
Yeah,
Okay. Very good. Very good.
Instagram is coming up. If you'd like to play, I don't know what. It's like I'm hallucinating.
This is a fever dream I never wanted to
I
have.
think there's no weird mushrooms in these pizzas, is there?
Give us a call if you want to play Instagram.
Jam Nation.
Who wants some free money?
Instant.
Calling fast.
I like the sound of that.
Jonesy and Amanda's
Statistically, Monday is the day for Instagram. 10 questions, 60 seconds on the clock. You could pass if you don't know an answer. We'll come back to that question if time permits. The thing here, 60 seconds is a lifetime. If you get all the questions right, you win $1,000. We get to the bonus question at the end of it, but, you could double your money.
You can double your money. There's $2,000 on the line, but first you have to get 10 right
Yeah.
to get $1,000, and then you have the option of just racking off.
In Killarney Vale, we find Kiri.
Hi, Kiri.
Hi guys, how are you?
Very well, Kiri.
Is
Let's
this
see.
the road that you must travel?
Yes.
Just quoting a bit of Mr. That's a private joke that Kiri and I have.
I'm sure Kiri's heard it before.
Have you, Kiri?
Yes, I have heard the saying.
So what's going to happen here? 10 questions, 60 seconds. If you're not sure, Kiri, say pass, because usually we have time to come back, okay?
Okay.
Come on,
Good
Kiri.
luck. Here we go. Let's see if we can do it on a Monday. Question 1. Who won the FIFA Women's World Cup last night?
Last night was it England?
Oh, no. Last night was the final, and it was Spain. Spain beating
Yes,
England.
that's right.
It's a bit of a disappointing road, Kiri.
There go the stats.
And you've ruined my stats that I made up.
You get $100, which wasn't bad for a nanosecond on the air.
Good on you, Kiri.
Kiri, I'm sorry.
We love you, Kiri.
Thank you, guys.
You keep being you.
Oh, dear.
Jam Nation. Podcast.
I've just been reading in the paper this morning a story about Peter Wynn,
A former Parramatta legend.
Parramatta Eels legend.
And he's got the sports store now, Peter Wynn Score.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, if you don't score there, you'll never score.
Is that what you know? Well, 42 years ago, he was part of the premiership team that beat Newtown.
Yep.
And they were promised an 1981 grand final victory ring. He's been trying since then to get hold of one. He's wanted that ring, and finally, 6 weeks ago, the Eels awarded the rings to all the players from 1981, 1982, 83 and 86 teams to acknowledge the championships who wore the jerseys in the golden era.
Because it's bittersweet as well now that Parramatta have been bumped out of the finals this year. So, Pete's getting the ring.
So they got a ring made of gold and diamonds. You know how the American teams
The
do
Super
that
Bowl
too?
ring.
Yeah, that big chunky thing. He lost it this weekend at the beach. So he's waited since
He lost the
1981.
ring, or he just didn't lose it because he saw a German backpacker.
He lost his ring and then lost it. Lost his mind. So he's with his grandchild down at the beach, slips off his finger. He's waited since 1981. He's had it for 6 weeks.
That's the worst, isn't it?
The worst.
You just have something. I always think, remember when sat-navs came in? I got one, I resisted it, and I got like the latest Navman, and I put it on the tank of my motorbike, and I'd been a bit of a curmudgeon about it. I'm the old school UBD, street wreck.
But how do you can't use this open
That's the thing.
wonder. How do you do
About
it?
a motorbike, you got to get off, and then you look at it, and then you try and commit it to memory, or you rip out a page and you stick that on your tank. So I got this thing, and I was riding along, I reckon about 20 metres. So I thought, hey, this is pretty good. At that point, the suction cap gave way. It fell onto the road, and a Land Rover Discovery just went boonk and just ran it over and crushed it. It literally lasted from my driveway to, I went, how good's this thing? And in the thought of thinking, how good's this thing? Boonk.
When I was younger, we didn't have great birthday presents. I've told you about this. My brother got a pillow one year.
And you got a ping pong ball in a jar.
I was one. That bit didn't matter so much. But, birthdays and Christmases were sometimes a bit disappointing. One year, my auntie came to the rescue and bought me as a plastic bracelet. But it was the most glamorous thing I'd ever seen. And I opened it up and said, "My life begins now." And my brother picked it up and said, "What's this?" and snapped it in half. I was probably about 10 and I've never gotten over it.
You bring that up every time?
I still talk to him about it.
What about, do you remember, I think it was back in 2014, that kid with the iPhone 6,
He was in the line.
And they all queue up for nerds queue up for ages to get the latest Apple product.
And he was being interviewed by one of the networks about being the first guy in line, and they filmed him doing the unboxing standing right there.
Whoa, Jay, this is so exciting. Okay, got it. Got it. Jack, it's your phone. You open it. All right. Here. All right. All right. We're doing the reveal.
What a shame.
It fell out of the box.
And smashed onto the street.
I'm not quite sure what to say right now, but...
I'd say cross to Carl with the weather.
Well, let's do it. The tribal drum is beating for, I only had it for a minute.
We're doing the reveal.
Oh, what a shame.
Jam Nation.
The tribal drum is beating, I only had it for a minute.
We're doing the reveal.
That's a young fella unboxing his iPhone 6 back in 2014.
He was the first in the queue.
Dropping it on the ground.
We're talking about this because the great Parramatta Eels legend, Peter Wynn, has waited 42 years to get his NRL premiership ring. Lost it.
Yeah.
In the surf 6 weeks later.
Stephen has joined us.
Hi, Stephen.
Hey, how's it going?
Very well. What did you lose really quickly?
I didn't lose my four-wheel drive. I bought a four-wheel drive. I had it for a day. I submerged it up to the seats and then tried pulling it out and then reversed it back into a fence post that smashed in the back of the car.
Oh, no. All after a day.
So when you submerged it, what happened? You thought, I'm going to test it out on the sand?
100%. I was in the back in the bush.
Yep.
And I found what I thought was a little bit of a puddle, and it ended up being quite a deep puddle.
Oh.
I had to crawl out the windows to get out of the car. But when I came back, the water was over the seats.
Were your mates, did you have people with you?
No. I had to ring my wife then.
Oh, you were by yourself?
And then you reversed it into a pole.
Stephen.
Well, you've kicked us off very well, Stephen. I only had it a minute. Thank you.
Any time you're going to damage the four-wheel drive, that's what happens.
Oh.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation.
Podcast.
I know you're going to dig this. It's going to blow your mind.
Amazing. I think they like it. I believe this is going to be our finest hour.
Okay, smarty pants.
Show me what you got.
I only had it for a minute.
We're talking about this because Parramatta Eels legend Peter Wynn won a grand final 42 years ago. Finally, he's been awarded, as all the players from that team were, an NRL premiership ring, a big chunky thing with a diamond in it. He's lost it at the beach. There's footage of him in the paper with one of those metal detectors. He's out there with people, help me. He's lost it in the surf.
Trying to find the ring. And it happens. It happens. What about my brother? Got a remote-controlled aircraft for Christmas one year. So we take it to the park.
Same day.
Took 5 hours to assemble this thing. It was massive. He takes off from the cricket pitch. It goes into the sky. And I said, okay, well, mate, are you going to come back anytime soon? He panics. He hands me the controls and the thing just disappears. For all I know, it's still flying Amelia Earhart style.
So you never saw it again?
Never saw it again. And then he said, let's go and have a look for it. And then my brother-in-law, who was a police officer, said, it's probably not a good idea, mate.
Because it might have gone into someone's window.
Let's just let it go. I like to think it's still flying to this day.
Okay. So we only had it, really, for half an hour.
5 hours to build.
Lost it instantly.
It was gone in 30 seconds.
Wow. I think I've seen that film.
Jason, tribal drum is beating.
Tribal drum is beating for I only had it for a second.
We're doing the reveal.
That's a guy who was unboxing. He was standing in line to get a new iPhone. He's the first one to get it. TV crews are there. He's unboxing it, drops it on the ground.
Jason has joined us.
Hi, Jason. What did you only have for a minute?
Oh, no, it was my nephew, and he had a very similar story to your brother, Jonesy.
Yeah.
He got a very, very expensive drone quite a few years ago on Christmas Day. So excited, ran upstairs onto the upstairs balcony, turned it all on, and flew it straight across the road into a swampy park.
And never seen again?
Never seen again. Nobody would go into the swampy bushland to get it. So to this day, it's still there. Every now and then when we're out on the front balcony, we're like, wonder where that is.
So just
swampy
you
park.
couldn't get it back because it was too swampy and just too bushy.
Yeah, it was just, no, definitely not. Lots of snakes and things in there. Definitely wouldn't be keen to get in there. He was absolutely devastated, and I can assure you, my sister-in-law is never cheap, so it was very expensive.
Those expensive drones.
No, that's Christmas Day. The
You
ups
live
and the
across from a
downs.
swampy park. It's like Scooby-Doo.
Or Shrek.
Thanks, Jason. Mark has joined us.
Hello, Mark. What did you only have for a second?
It was a BMX bike, guys. So I loved the 6 kids. It was in the BMX craze. All of my mates had bikes. I was riding my mother's girl's bike.
Yeah.
Finally got a black Madison with gold wheels. And it literally just got up, said, you go down the road and get your brother from the bowling alley. I literally just got it. Oh, you can ride my bike, Mum. Yep. So off I go. Get down the bowling alley, go inside. I thought, well, I'm only going to be a sec. I'll just run in. So I ran inside, came back out, bike was stolen.
No. Have you ever recovered from that?
You think I have? I'm phoning you now about it. I was filthy on it. Can I just say, brother, a bit later I was into Scouts. I bought myself an expensive raincoat, and that scumbag brother went to England. He took it with him 2 days later.
Oh, the brother.
You know.
I hear what you're saying. My brother's like
These
that
things
as well.
burn hard,
Yeah, I
don't
know,
they?
but
Doesn't
the
matter how
BMX.
old you are, they burn hard.
And the kids these days, they don't care. But back in those days, that was your life.
Getting things. You got one thing at Christmas, one thing
and
at
to
birthday.
get a bike, it's like your parents won the lottery.
It's a big deal.
Jam Nation.
Let's get on down to the Jonesy to Amanda Arms. Swans versus the Adelaide Crows, the final minutes of the game, and it's like do or die, and then this happens.
Could be the goal of his life. Opens it up, bangs it a goal. He's got it. One for the ages. No, it's touched the post. They're celebrating. They don't know yet. Just hit the padding. It hit the padding. Oh my goodness.
So apparently it hit the padding, but it didn't hit the padding.
It was an actual goal.
It was above the padding.
That wasn't reviewed and wasn't called. It was an actual goal, which would have made a difference.
And
Not
the
just
Swans
to that
played
game.
on.
Swans played on. Didn't make a difference just to that game. It made a difference to finals hopes. Whoever both teams
Well,
needed
so
to win
Geelong
this to get into the top 8.
And Geelong got bailed out as well because of that, because of the Swans.
Adelaide Crows.
No, but Geelong down. You know how it all affects.
Oh, I see. Yeah,
as it goes down in the
interesting.
ranking. So it's had this flow-on effect.
Interesting.
As
Well, this was a do-or-die game. So the Swans are through to the top 8. Adelaide Crows aren't. Wow, what's happened? The AFL CEO, Gillon McLachlan, admitted that, yes, that had been a goal, but what can you do?
Last night there was an umpiring decision in the final minutes of the Crow-Sydney game. There was a goal umpiring decision that should have been reviewed, and that was a mistake. I want to say conclusively that if the decision had been reviewed, it would have been overturned, and it would have been a goal. I want to acknowledge that there was a mistake, and I take accountability for the mistake on behalf of the league.
But what happens? There were high stakes in that game.
High
They
stakes.
said it was a game. The Crows should have won.
So, and it means, as let's say, the Adelaide are out of the grand final, the race,
top 8.
and as I said, Geelong as well. So there's a bigger flow-on effect.
The AFL have said it was a mistake, but that's what happens. Is that fair, or the fact that they've reviewed it now, should they change the outcome and give the win to the Crows?
Yeah. To me, it just doesn't pass the pub test.
Is that
it's all
part
well
of
and good for him just to say, oh, well, we made a mistake, but let's all move on.
But that's what happens every game. There's human error. There are mistakes constantly, and you just have to move on. Or should this be more? The AFL not changing the result, does that pass the pub test?
What do you think?
Jonesy and Amanda. Jam Nation.
Podcast.
I demand entertainment. Are you not entertained?
Put on your your dancing shoes.
Now give me your best shot.
Deputy Editor of the Daily Oz, Emma Gillespie, with the skinny of what's going on with The Blind Side.
That's right. This movie, The Blind Side, 2009, Oscar-winning film. Sandra Bullock won Best Actress for her performance. It sounded too good to be true, perhaps. It may have been, indeed. Michael Oher, who is the man at the heart of this story, he's sort of the rags to riches, from homelessness to adoption with this family, the Tuohys.
The family took him in. Let me just tell us the story of The Blind Side in case you haven't seen it.
So, The Blind Side, if you haven't seen it,
it's a good movie.
Great movie. It's about this kid, Michael Oher, who is in the foster system in Tennessee, and he eventually becomes homeless, and parents of his friends help him, and he's at this Christian school. That's where he meets Leanne and Sean Tuohy. And he is this sort of NFL freak, so American football. He has this gift, and this family takes him in. They adopt him. It's a really central theme in the movie. They adopt him, and they sort of help facilitate him to receive all these college football scholarship offers. It's a true story. Michael Oher, who's now 37, went on to play 8 seasons in the NFL, won a Super Bowl ring. Speaking of rings, and that's what was sold to the whole world. Last week, Michael Oher filed legal proceedings in a Tennessee court to basically say that it was a lie. He wasn't adopted.
He's only just discovered this.
He has only just discovered this year that he was tricked into, what he says, that he was tricked into signing adoption papers, which were actually conservatorship papers.
And this is the Britney Spears thing.
Yes, so we've heard a lot about conservatorships in the last few years. Think of them as kind of like a guardianship sort of a thing, but essentially they grant a person a court-ordered sort of full legal custody of another person's, decision-making powers, their negotiations, business deals, contracts, finances. All of those powers have been held by the Tuohys since, 2004.
And so he says that they've ripped him off financially.
Yeah. So he says he was tricked into this conservatorship, that he was never adopted, and that also he has not received any money made from The Blind Side. This is a movie that made $330 million. There's also a book before the film, and he says that he believed he was signing, papers that would facilitate the adoption process, but that what may have happened is that he signed over the rights to his name, his image, his life story, so he's not been paid his life story rights.
But what the family is saying, well, because he was over 18, we couldn't adopt him. That wasn't possible. So this was our only option.
Yep. So that's the Tuohys have defended that, exactly as you say, Amanda, that they had to do this conservatorship arrangement in order to help Michael go to Old Mississippi, the university that they wanted him to go to. It's a huge part of the film.
Yep.
Their whole family, they come from a long line of Old Miss alma maters, and that they had to do this conservatorship. It's very grey, and I haven't been able to actually find out whether or not adoption over 18 was illegal in Tennessee back then. It's certainly not illegal now. So
you can do that now.
You can do it under Tennessee law. So that's a little bit confusing. But then also, interestingly, we've heard from the author of the book, this guy Michael Lewis, who brought the story of The Blind Side sort of to the mainstream in the first place. And he said that who we should really be mad at is the Hollywood system, because he thinks that the studios didn't pay the family much money to start with at all. So he reckons that maybe $250,000 US for the rights were paid to the Tuohy family, and that was split 50-50 between him, the author of the book, and the family. And then the family claimed that they split that share evenly amongst their family, which included Michael Oher. But I suppose you have to wonder if he's the heart of the story and the main character, and the kid that's come from poverty and sort of been plucked from obscurity by this wealthy white family.
Why did he get the same amount as their kids?
Yeah, was he entitled to more?
But he would have made a lot of money as a football player, wouldn't he?
Well, we assume he did. He definitely did. But I think the fact that this other family has sort of platformed themselves as saviours, and that he otherwise would have spent his life in poverty until they came along and found him and gave him this opportunity.
But is there some truth to that?
Well, Michael Oher has sort of always been critical of the film. He says that he felt like it portrayed him as this dumb kid who'd never had academic instruction or had never learned how to play football. But he said that, you know, he knew about football. Football's what got him to the point of meeting the Tuohys, and that he hadn't had a proper education, yes, but when he was given
But the Tuohys didn't write the story, so they're just going along with
Well,
it.
they did. They've set this narrative up, haven't they?
Yeah. Well, I mean, they facilitated it all throughout the film
But
promotion.
the story would be, you know, with the Sandra Bullock movie, it's a great movie, but the real reality is kind of boring.
I mean, Leanne Tui, who Sandra Bullock played, she was very vocal throughout the promotion of that film. She did lots of interviews alongside Sandra Bullock, even at the Oscars when Sandra Bullock's doing her acceptance
She
speech.
said, this is our story.
Yeah, she sort of thanks the family, and she
So
said,
how does Sandra feel about all of this?
well, we haven't heard from Sandra. Her partner actually passed away last week, had motor neuron disease, so she's dealing with a whole other thing. But there have been these ridiculous calls for her, I think ridiculous, for her to hand back her Oscar.
This isn't nothing to do with her.
Exactly. That's what I think.
Like if they were to do a movie of, say, our radio show, for example, they would have to embellish it a bit, you know. Like, sure, they could get Brad Pitt to play me. That wouldn't be that much of a stretch, but, you know.
I was going to say, who are we casting in show? Who's playing Amanda?
I'm intrigued to know what Brendan thinks.
Is Linda Hunt
I
available?
knew you'd mention her. Short-statured 80-year-old woman.
Thank you so much. Emma Gillespie, you'll check her out at the Daily Oz. Thank you for joining us, Em.
Thank you.
Jam Nation. I want you to get up right now. I feel like I'm taking crazy pills. Go to your windows, open them, and stick your head out and yell, I'm as bad as hell. Hey, what don't take this anymore?
Down to the Jonesy Amanda Arms for the pub test. And today we're talking about the Swans versus Crows do-or-die match. The final minutes, the Crows go for a goal that looks good.
Could be the goal of his life. Opens it up, bangs it a goal. He's got it. One for the ages. No. It's touched the post. They're celebrating. They don't know yet. Just hit the padding. It hit the padding. Oh, my goodness.
But the thing was, it hadn't hit the padding.
It was a goal.
It was a goal.
So the Crows lost 74-73. The Sydney Swans won. Sydney Swans are now into finals contention. They're in the top 8, which is the end of the season for the Crows. It was do or die for both teams.
And there's a flow-on effect as well because of that. That means Geelong's been ousted as well.
So, as you say, big knock-on effect. It has been, after the game, declared a goal. AFL CEO Gillon McLachlan admitted this.
Last night there was an umpiring decision in the final minutes of the Crows-Sydney game. There was a goal umpiring decision that should have been reviewed, and that was a mistake. I want to say conclusively that if the decision had been reviewed, it would have been overturned, and it would have been a goal. I want to acknowledge that it was a mistake, and I want to, I take accountability for the mistake on behalf of the league.
It's tough, isn't it? The AFL,
That's
though,
all well and good.
Yeah, the AFL won't overturn that decision. It's like the old days. Well, bad luck. What you get is what you get. With all this technology, maybe they should have. The AFL not changing the result. Is it past the pub test?
No, it certainly doesn't. With the rules they've got in play to make it fairer, and mistakes like that still to happen, it's almost akin to cheating, and I would hate to think that happens, so certainly not.
No, it doesn't pass the pub test at all for them to change the result. Imagine going to a game and going home and wondering if they're going to change the result when you get home. When it gets to full time, they've got to call it quit, and whoever won.
Yeah, it definitely passes the pub test. Look, as young kids, we're brought up to respect the umpire's decision regardless of whether they're right or wrong. What sort of example are we setting of in the adult game? We're not respecting the umpire decision whether it's right or wrong. Yep, they made an error, but get on with it. Fair play for them for coming out and admitting it, but at the end of the day, you can't change the results. A mistake was made, they owned it, get on with it.
I'm a little bit divided. I'd rather stay with the umpire's decision, but with all this modern technology there, they should not get that wrong.
It's not fair and it's not right, but that's footy. If you look back through history, Cronulla and the 7 tackles in the final and things that happen, poor calls happen, so yeah.
Well, they make all this effort to bring all this technology into the games and then don't use it at crucial points. So no, it doesn't.
Wow. Thank you for all your calls.
Jam Nation podcast.
Remember when Harry Styles was in Australia not so long ago? Series of concerts, everyone went crazy. He, 2 weeks ago, announced that he was going to be performing at the Melbourne Storm. He said, "This is a found an Australian song that he loved, and he'd sing this song, and he got the whole crowd to sing it. Remember all this?
That's Harry with Daryl.
Daryl was so chuffed.
Daryl brought out his good T-shirt for that day. Because, Daryl's a good friend of the show.
But whether Daryl was at the show or not, he would sing that song.
But that's why he brought out the good shirt.
So great.
His good T-shirt.
Well, we've had Luke Combs in Australia performing at Kudos Bank Arena. Luke Combs has had a worldwide smash hit with Tracy Chapman's song Fast. Beautiful version of it. Gorgeous.
You can see it in Yellowstone. When they've got those filler bits in Yellowstone now because they've got no story left. Have them just running around in the paddock and doing stuff.
They don't play this.
Oh, they do. They play songs like this. And you go, come on, get to the killing and the shooting.
Well, I'll tell you what, that's made him a major, major superstar. He sold out Kudos Bank Arena, even on Matilda's night. It's been amazing. But he also has adopted an Aussie song that he loves and he gets the crowd to sing.
Barnesy should definitely go along to that one.
It's so moving.
That's good, isn't it?
Here it goes. The whole crowd, the footage is incredible. They're all singing it.
It's lovely.
I saw it on Jimmy's socials. So he said, "Thank you, Luke. This is a beautiful thing."
Well, you feel like Barnesy, we feel like we own. Daryl, we feel like we own. We think they're our people, and these people from overseas are doing our people's work. We love that. I'm looking forward to when Metallica come to town and they do this. That's what I'm looking forward to.
It's inevitable.
That's going to happen.
Well,
because Nikki's come back.
Speaking of Strawberry Kisses and Nikki Webster, that was the rev-up song for the Matildas. We'll do a wash-up of all the World Cup stuff next.
Jam Nation.
Congratulations to Spain, who won the FIFA Women's World Cup. They scored, I was watching, they scored in the first half like this.
Avejera, that's a good ball. Carmona's providing the overlap. Here she comes. 1-0 Spain.
And then that went on for the whole game.
No more scoring. I was watching the semi-final, Australia and England. I'll put my hand up here. Barnaby Joyce and I should hang out because I was cheering on the wrong team for nearly the entire first half. I saw yellow and thought that was us.
Yeah.
We're in the blue. It's not my fault. We are loaded in our DNA to support the yellow team.
Why? What's with the blue?
Something about away games. I think it was deemed that it was an English home game because they qualified first. I could be wrong, but it was very confusing to me.
Yeah.
Yellow is us. Or if we couldn't be yellow, why not wear green? When have we worn blue?
I don't agree with blue for our
You don't agree with blue?
No, I don't think it's right. I don't think it looks good on them. It's not their colour. And the girl from Spain, when she ripped her shirt up, I think she had something written on her chest.
She did.
But I couldn't see it. All I could see was Adidas.
And Harley was saying, obviously she's not supposed to show Adidas. I said, they're a sponsor of the World Cup. I think they're supposed to. And I was reading this morning, I think it was a message for her mum, for her friend who's just recently lost her mum, I think. I think it was an emotional message.
And then someone ran on the field and and the No Fun TV network wouldn't cover it. I thought, this is the most exciting thing in the games. You guys are missing some gold here. They've been passing that ball around for ages. I want to see the streaker or whatever's out there. What are you doing?
Someone else who's in trouble is Prince William. The Queen of Spain and her daughter were here to watch the final. Prince William, who is the president of the Football Federation, wasn't here. He did, let's face it, a pretty piss week. Good luck, girls.
Lionesses want to send you a huge good luck for tomorrow. We're sorry we can't be there in person, but we're so proud of everything you've achieved and the millions you've inspired here and around the world. So go out there tomorrow and really enjoy yourselves.
Good luck, Lionesses.
Oh, there's Princess Charlotte.
What pressing engagements does he have?
Well, I don't know, but this is England's first World Cup final since 1966.
Yeah, so there must have been something very, very important.
The Men's World Cup went last year in October, which was held controversially in Qatar. He had a busy winter schedule. I think they take the summer off. He had a busy winter schedule, this Prince William. But apparently before the English team got knocked out in the quarter-final, it's understood his office was making possible arrangements to get him there for the final.
To Qatar.
So people are outraged that he didn't make it
Why would
here.
he want to go to oil-rich Saudi Arabia? That makes no sense.
And why would he want to come here when he's also trying to be our head of state?
Yeah, to hang with colonials and watch women play soccer.
The Matildas, though, did an amazing job. They just, didn't they galvanise us? Didn't they give us a great ride? It's been a fantastic couple of weeks and very, very grateful. They were celebrating in Brisbane yesterday. They had a big thing on stage. You'd seen they all had their sunnies on. They'd probably had a big night the night before. And their favourite song that they always got revved up to in the change room was Strawberry Kisses. And out of nowhere, here came Nikki at this party
Nikki Webster.
to sing along. It's an unusual rev-up song.
It is a rev-up song. I don't know. I think a lot of those UFC guys play this.
Conor McGregor walks into it with his arms flailing at the side. Yeah.
I think it's an ultimate rev-up song. I think Nikki ran up onto the stage a bit out of breath there.
Well,
take a breath.
You know, she's not a 15-year-old girl
but
anymore.
like, you know, it's hard. You know, when we've been in that situation when you run up on
and
stage.
you have to sing Strawberry Kisses.
That's happened to me many times. You've just got to suck in some air. That's what you got to do. Well, congratulations, girls. You did great. And you too, Nikki.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation.
Podcast.
Okay, turn it on. Are we live, Di? Bring it on. Is this thing on?
It's on like Donkey Kong.
I'm not one to be outraged, but Prince William, he's our head of state. He's the boss of the soccer. England hasn't been in a final since 1966 World
He's
Cup.
their head of state even more than he's our head of state. He has apologised. He knows it was the wrong thing to do. Apparently Prince Charles has called an emergency meeting with him to say, come on, mate.
And Harry's sitting there going, way! And then puts his feet up on the desk. I can cruise now. He did send this message.
Lionesses, I want to send you a huge good luck for tomorrow. We're sorry we can't be there in person, but we're so proud of everything you've achieved and the millions you've inspired here and around the world. So go out there tomorrow and really enjoy yourselves.
Good luck, Lionesses.
It's almost as good as being there in
well.
person. It's the kid. It's Princess Charlotte, but it's filmed on an iPhone and it's just phoned it in. Literally,
it's like a $10 cameo.
Ho, ho, ho. If you want a top celebrity for your Christmas party or home dinner or family get-together, I'm available. It's NASA. Send me a message. Ho, ho, ho.
Yeah, right. Is that $10?
No, you get change with that one.
Jam Nation.
I know science information is in your wheelhouse, and I don't want to bogart the beaker, as they say.
No one's ever said that.
Don't bogart the beaker, man.
Okay.
But you know, I'm fascinated with sewage. Because
you used to work in the sewers.
When I worked for a
and
living.
not the Suez Canal, the actual
I used to work
sewers.
here in the Sydney sewer system at a place at Hunters Hill, Blacktown. We did the sewer system there.
Did it fascinate you?
Bondi Beach, the deep ocean outfall. In the old days, remember, it used to all just get dumped on the beach.
Yeah.
We were part of the whole 1.2 kilometre great piece of infrastructure that goes out to the deep water ocean outfall.
And what was your actual job?
I was just a concreter, goof-off artist, and I'd entertain the troops. I didn't really have any skills. I was actually good at making mud, or cement, as it were. I've got a gift for that.
And also, you would fill the tubes with sewerage.
Well, you know, I contribute.
You contribute
like everyone
your
else
best.
does. But
You do your best.
no more than
to
anyone
test
else.
if the system works.
But what about this? Technology allowing number twos of more than 1 million Sydney-siders to be transformed into fertiliser to grow important food crops in rural New South Wales has received a massive boost.
For human consumption?
For human consumption. You've been to China.
Yes.
And you've told me stories about...
Oh, stories where you'd go into the fields that smelt of human faeces. And this was maybe 30 years ago. Actually, before that, 35 years ago. The fields would smell of human faeces and they were growing vegetables that I would then eat at night.
Yeah. Okay.
That's the closed circuit of that.
Well, you'd make sure that they were well washed.
Well, I was in a restaurant I didn't cook my own food.
Yeah.
But everything started to smell alike.
Hey, Z, if you watch that bok choy, that's what you'd be saying.
That's one of their favourite TV shows.
So what they've done, though, and this is what I like about the infrastructure part, because like the Malabar sewage treatment plant, for example, I worked there for a bit fixing up. They've got these giant canal things that take all the effluent and they process it. And it turns into, because you imagine, if I said to you, you go into a sewer pipe, what do you expect to see?
poos.
But it's not like that. It all breaks down because when you flush a number 2, there's a considerable amount of water that goes with
Yes,
it.
and also I do want to qualify that what I smelt in those fields, I don't think humans were going in and pooing in the fields. It was probably animal waste that had been combined with sewer systems
Have
and
you
all
seen
of that.
Rambo 2?
No.
You know when they drop Rambo 2 and he's in Vietnam and they put him in that pit?
No.
And there's all the swill from the pigs and all that running into the pit. Anyway,
Does he eat some vegetables?
I'd have to get back to you on
So
that.
how does this system work?
So they're going to put these new 14-metre high concrete digesters, and the plant will be able to convert more wastewater and solid human waste into tons of nutrient-rich biosolids to be used to fertilise crops like canola, oats and wheat. And they'll do this in the Central Tablelands and the Upper Hunter.
That makes sense to me.
Because it's canola, so canola gets processed. So it's not just going on your mushrooms that you serve up to your family. Later on.
Allegedly serve up to family members.
Family members that,
No, and so I have no
have
problem
a
with that.
long life.
You seem to be a bit squeamish about this.
No, I am not squeamish about it. I am like a proponent for this.
Mm.
And particularly, there's a pit just near the airport there, General Holmes Drive.
You know where you go to the toilet?
You know when you go General Holmes Drive where the McDonald's is and the
Yes.
service station?
Yes.
There's a pit there. And there's a nondescript building, and it's a good place if you ever want to let Fluffy off the chain when you're going through there because there's a seweragey smell. You would have noticed that, surely. That sewage plant.
You're still in the lift, Amanda.
It's terrible.
You haven't left the office.
But there's a pit in there, and one day they put me in there, and a whole diving.
They mustn't have liked you very much.
In a dive because we had to scrape off the sludgy because it's almost like asphalt, this black,
right?
And that's what it breaks down to. And you just smell the methane, but it's very nutrient rich.
Yeah.
So we get these scrapers, and they put us into like a diving suit, and you go into the pit.
Wow.
Scrape all.
I remember seeing that in a David Attenborough special. I once did a story in Japan where they were using human waste to make clay and building products.
Okay. Is that when you went to a fetish place?
No,
No,
it wasn't just smeared on the walls.
Okay.
Now you mention it.
Okay.
It was after hours. I was the only one there.
Yeah. I think I'll end it.
Found it on the internet.
I think I've bogarted the beaker enough.
Jam Nation.
Everybody shout! Come on now, sing out! It's time for the Ghoulies get together.
You could win $20,000 if you're our favourite ghoulie of the year.
What have we got?
One of the things that gets my ghoulies is people that go shopping and then they take all their groceries back to their house or their unit in the trolley, empty it, and then leave the trolley in the street or push it into the bush. Take it back the next time you go or take it straight back. Thanks, guys. Have a good day.
True. That's true. Remember, I had that situation in my house. I bought a house many years ago, and there was just shopping trolleys out the front all the time. And I thought it was my mates playing some practical joke.
You hadn't moved into Coles, had you?
No, we had a supermarket just down the road. And then one day, my neighbour and we put out a sort of an all points bulletin looking for the culprit, and it was another guy down the road. And so I spoke to the guy, and he was an elderly Chinese guy, and he just moved here, and he wasn't familiar with, apparently back in China you can do that.
And so what did you say?
Well, there was a bit of a language breakdown, between the two of us, but because I speak basic Chinese, ni hao, I said take trolley, and then we talked. And he learned.
He learned.
Well, it's not. I know you've got worried face, but don't be worried. He was a nice fella, and in the end, he gave me some vegetables from his garden, like some bok choy. And he made. Good
Had he
bok
grown
choy.
it in human waste, Brendan?
I didn't question it because it would be rude.
What else have we got?
Hi, Amanda and Jonesy. What really gets my ghoulies is when you pay good money to stay in a hotel or a motel, you go to use the toilet and they've positioned the toilet roll holder so far back on the wall behind you that you literally have to get into a yoga position just to reach it. That really gets my ghoulies.
And what about, hotels? Don't put big mirrors that you only see when you're sitting on the toilet.
Yeah. You're still happy with the one over the bed, though? You like that? Just in case hotels are listening.
In case what?
Hotels. You just said Hey Hotels. Is that a franchise?
Never heard of them.
You just said Hey Hotels.
No, I didn't.
Am I right? Did Amanda just say Hey Hotels?
I think so.
Didn't mean to. I don't know.
Okay. Out with the bad, in with the good. If you
Oh,
did
no,
that-
I was saying Hey Hotels.
Oh, I thought it was a brand. Hey Hotels. Record your coolie. It's coming up to 9 o'clock.
This is exhausting. Our favourite caller, email or Facebook friend, wins an Elvis Musical Revolution pack. 2 tickets to see the show, an exclusive accommodation package at Pullman Sydney Hyde Park.
You get
they don't have bad mirror situations.
Well, unless it's your required mirror. At the
Keep going.
Jonesy. So I get to it, yeah. Tea Towel and the 18th birthday keyring, that's coming your way as well.
It took Parramatta Eels legend Peter Wynn 42 years to get a premiership ring from the 1981 grand final win against Newtown. He's just got it and he's already lost it. Slipped off his finger at the beach. Tribal Drum is beating for, I had it for a minute.
We're doing the reveal.
That's a young kid with the iPhone 4.
He's at the top of the
Back in
in
2014.
front of the queue, buys it, TV's there, show us the unboxing. Smash. Here's Stephen from the Central Coast.
I bought a four-wheel drive. I had it for a day. I submerged it up to the seats and then tried pulling it out and then reversed it back into a fence post that smashed in the back of the car.
How's your day going?
On the Leyland Brothers.
No.
Righto, you two. That's enough.
Well, luckily Phil is back, and we're going to be back tonight for Jam Nation.
Good day to you.
See you at 6.
Well, thank God that's over.
Goodbye. Goodbye. Wipe the tears, baby, dear, from your eyes.
Catch Jonesy and Amanda's podcast on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts. Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation.
Podcast. Catch up on what you've missed on the free iHeartRadio app.